Worker. I'm back with Harlan Hill and Neil Schroka, and one of the things that people want more than anything else, Harlan, right now is economic security. I mean, it used to be that you could go to high school, maybe you didn't even have to graduate from high school, but you could get a good job in America, you could support a family, and that really was the American dream. And that no longer exists. I mean, do you think that there is a place that we can get to in society where we start to restore some of that? And maybe it's that you need a little bit more education, but you should have some kind of pathway to being able to have a successful financial life, a comfortable financial life. How do we do that?
For a lot of my peers, I mean, I'm a millennial, they did all of the right things. They went through college, they've gotten their degrees. They think that they have a path to success, but they are graduating from college with enormous debt and no job prospects. And even if you have job prospects, median household income in this country under Obamonomics has been flat.
Right.
So what is the path forward? You know, even if you do everything right in this country, that's still no guarantee that you have a fair shot.
See, and this is why, one of the reasons why so many millennials, including yourself and including our friend Neil, who's also joining us, we're supporting Bernie Sanders, because both of you said, you know, this system is so rigged and it's so unfair and there's so much corporate money involved in all of this that it makes it very difficult for all of us to get ahead. Neil, which is why I find it interesting now you're on Hillary Clinton's side, you're campaigning for her.
Yeah.
Do you really think that she can change that in a way that Bernie Sanders had promised?
Here's the reason why I'm on Hillary Clinton's side, because elections are choices. And the choice right now is between Hillary Clinton and a billionaire who has made his money over 6 bankruptcies and by regularly screwing over the people that work for him.
How do you think she'll change
That's the definition of a rigged economy.
How do you think that she will actually change the economy right now? You heard Wilbur Ross. Wilbur Ross, a very successful investor, legendary investor, saying he does not believe Hillary Clinton actually understands the economy.
Well, number one, I think we need to do what a little bit of what Harlan was talking about, which is deal with the problem of student debt. Donald Trump, as far as I know, has no plan to deal with the problem of student debt and the rising costs of higher education. We also need to have a real plan to build infrastructure. Donald Trump talks a big game about infrastructure development, but he's got no plan to get it done. That's ultimately what needs to happen here.
I find this amazing when everybody keeps criticizing him for not having a plan, not having a plan, not having a plan. Because Harlan, I listen to what she says. I mean, she's out there the first time in days campaigning again, but she's offering nothing in the way of a plan. She's only offering an attack on Donald Trump.
That's right. I mean, and look, if we're going to talk about policy, Hillary Clinton has been on the wrong side of trade for decades. She supported NAFTA during the 90s. She supported TPP over the last decade. She called it the gold standard 40-something times. And now, because she's running for office and the electorate is against these trade deals that disadvantage the middle class in America, she's saying that, lo and behold, now she opposes it. Donald Trump is actually better positioned than she is to appeal to labor and union voters, because he's going to repatriate these jobs to the United States.
I think he's stealing
That's
her
ridiculous,
platform.
Harlan. I can't believe you believe that. You don't believe that.
The Democratic platform. I mean, union workers, and this is one of the reasons, Neil, you're looking at these swing states starting to swing for Trump, because, you know, these are people that have lost their jobs to the likes of Mexico and China. And as Harlan says, she's not very sympathetic to that, in that she's been on the other side of those trade deals.
Well, and Donald Trump has been in the other side of exporting jobs across the world. I mean, anything that Donald Trump slaps his name on is made in another country. So, I mean, the only quibble I have with Hillary Clinton is she isn't talking enough about how
he was a
morally
businessman, right?
bankrupt and financially bankrupt Donald Trump is.
I want to jump in, Neil, because if you're running a business, right, you're going to do what's best for you and your business. If you're running the country, you want to do what's best for American citizens. So she had an obligation to really think about her positions on trade, whereas, you know, he's just thinking for himself and how he's going to make the most money.
Yeah, Donald Trump has consistently done whatever's good for Donald Trump, and woe be anyone who gets in his way. That's what I fear is going to happen to him as president. He's going to figure out, how do I enrich myself? How do I enrich my family? And if the American people get screwed over in the process, oh, well, it's what he's done his whole career.
It's a good talking point. I don't know.
It's true.
No, I think if nothing else, ego alone, the guy should want to see 3.5% GDP growth. Can you see him now standing up there saying,
Absolutely.
see, I told you. And then, oh, gosh, if it comes in at 3.7 or 4%, there will be
Trish,
balloons and everything. Now,
we agree Donald Trump's got one heck of an ego. The problem is that's not going to work for the American people. It's only worked for himself his entire career.
I don't know. I don't feel as though, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later in the show, I don't think that Hillary Clinton has been very forthcoming in the way of how she is going to get this economy going again, and Americans deserve it. They need it, and they're going to vote on it. Harlan, Neil,
she has
thank
talked
you
about it
so
the whole
much.
All
right, the new Apple iPhone 7 going on sale today. These things are going like hot.